Keys me. Ah! Oh. STN trading for the discerning gentle person.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Essentials Monthly Cup for the EU. This is the first day of the May Monthly Cup and I am joined with gemm on producing and DuMmTm is my co-caster. Alright Dum?
Hello. Should be a lot of fun. We had trouble finding teams, but here we are. We have got more than enough teams to play, and that's all that matters. And first matchup we have is between teams called Tiny Samaritans against Baywatchbois, which, given the rosters, is on the Baywatchbois side a German mixed team with players of like high to prem caliber, and on the other side, Tiny Samaritans looks on the first glance like it's just a mix, but from the little bit I know, which isn't that much, but I do keep track of like prem roster movement shenanigans on my stream, if people know that, and this does look like most of the project playing together here, so there's still some cohesion on Tiny Samaritan's side that should certainly help them quite a bit here.
Yeah, also there's some names that are known in Baywatchbois. For one, I think it's DD5F is playing on Baywatchbois. Good jumper. You probably know him. I think he played on, no, was it Swift he played on, was it?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
it was
Active
Swift.
Foxes. Back that was still a thing.
Yeah, because that had Babs on it as well. Then they moved to Swift.
So yeah, it should be an interesting game. And obviously, Tiny Samaritans, I would give them the edge, but given the level of play on the German mixed team, it by no means should be just a free win by any means. So I'll be looking forward to see what they can bring to the table, and yeah, should be interesting.
It's like people on the server right now, I think. Or am I fried?
And since we have some waiting time, we might as well give a shout out to the sponsor that make this whole event possible with the big €1,000 prize pool we have on the line here, being STN trading site. You can check out, I believe we still have the link under the stream. So just head there and check the stuff out if you want to have like any hats of sorts. Also DuMmTm, which obviously I approve of quite a bit, makes it easy to find demos that just recently happened in general from people that you want to see something from, or you're just your own if you just want to review your own games. So really helpful service and just really great stuff that they're supporting this and making all these events possible for us.
Also, TF2PL demos are uploaded there now, so that's a plus, I guess.
If you want to have your sick Park Frag movie, and now you can find them really easily. Or if something really weird happened in your latest game.
Or you want to report someone for off-classing, because TF2PL smiley face. Go play it, it's fun.
Okay, how many do we have on the server? Not quite everybody, I believe, so a little bit of time still. And we might as well just go over the rosters while we have the time, I guess. Since, yeah, we mentioned names, but not everybody can know everyone, so let's see who we have. On the blue side, we have the Baywatchbois, we have Gas, Unable, Voxy, somebody who's called D, but I don't have him on my HUD right now because I forgot to put in the name. And on the other side, we have Tiny Samaritans with Domo, Crayon, Ixie, Olga, Smira, and Raf Clip, also still on red, but he's probably going to be switching to the blue team in any moment. So definitely prem caliber names all around for Tiny Samaritans, and definitely something to watch out for. And we're switching map as well. And I saw that Domo was not playing demo, and they have obviously two demos, or like known demo mains here on the roster, which means only one can play. And it looks like Smira will be the demo man today.
Well, that's going to be fat.
Yeah, Smira is such a good demo man, and he can bring so much to a team. So yeah, let's see what our map was. We were on product, but we're switching to Granary. Not everyone's favorite. I like it. It definitely plays out quite a bit differently than like any other map, basically. Just given how mids are and like the map layout in general with the photos and stuff. Not everyone's a big fan. I certainly am more neutral to it, but should still be fun. Obviously, usually considered pretty much one of the better soldier maps in the game. I would also say it's not terrible for demo, which puts Scout in a weird spot where it's still a Scout class, can still do great, just has to work harder for it than on other maps, I would say, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, that's obviously Granny's notorious for being a soldier map, but as you said, work can be done with other classes, which is good to hear. But I'm kind of neutral to Granny as well. It's something I don't really often want to play. I need to be in the mood to play it, which is never. So, you know.
Says the Scout main, so there we go.
Maybe a bit biased.
Well, I mean, these guys have no way around that. They decided for Granary, and it is, for the group stage, it's still a pigman with the last map obviously being played left out in that pigman process. So, yeah, the map you're going to play might not be like your best map, but it shouldn't be your worst since you do have the options to ban them outright. So, it shouldn't be anybody's worst map here, technically speaking, at least, unless they messed up the map picking process completely for their team, or a rogue team leader just did it on its own.
No one likes coin flipping map picks, so obviously these players have played Granary, so they know what they're doing. It's not like you're playing a random game and it's a Granary pug and you're wanting to neck yourself because it's really bad because soldiers and no one's stopping. Soldiers, you've got scouts are just running about the joint. So yeah, I think they know what they're doing. Hopefully it'll be all right to watch.
Well, they certainly are in here for the money. We mentioned it before when we were shouting out our sponsors, but €1,000 on the line, winner gets 600, so more than half of that prize pool. And if you're already in here, you certainly don't just play to just make a nice standing. You do want to try to make it towards the money, and given the skill level, especially on the blue side, there is definitely quite a bit of an incentive to go in here and try as much as you can. So they probably have some stuff down for Gran and don't just try to wing it. With a mixed team like the red team, there's a little bit more of a question mark towards that, but they do have experience, and I'm fairly confident that the Germans do mix quite a bit at least. So it's not like they never played with each other before. So it really just depends on who has it more down, and yeah, we'll see it in a second. Everybody's here now, and looks like we have Domo on Medic. I was wondering who was going to play Medic. He was on Scout on Process earlier, so Domo Medic, preemptive view for him, almost, pretty much, on the Medic class.
I've seen Domo play a demo a lot, but I've never really seen him med that much. I've seen him, but not often.
Yeah, that should be that should be something to watch out for sure.
Yeah. Also, Olga not playing Pyro, big smiley face.
Well, that is subject to change, believe me. Just wait for this like 10% Ubers ad situation on second, and they're just gonna pop in with the Pyro into second and kill everything. It's gonna happen. And that or just a heavy into last, which I've also seen him do, so that's actually a good point. Olga is like Mookie's disciple basically in terms of using off classes for situations where people don't expect it. So maybe we'll see something interesting out of them. But here we go. Tiny Samaritans versus Baywatchbois. Tiny Samaritans on blue, Baywatchbois on red. And we're heading to our first bit on CP Granary, rolling out Fruit Choke, going pretty weak with his jumps, but also arriving much faster than Gas will. So we will just use that to sticky off the med kit from him, trying to do as much as he can. Gas still gets it. Swimmer doesn't pop his sticks. Everybody else arrives now. Both their moments well healthy. He's taking really aggressive positioning over on the crate here on the left side. High bomb in by Raph, yeah, and just jumping over to enemy choke, trying to knock them out, but they're just pushing forward on the German side. Clip going in straight for Domo. Swill going into the crane as well. The club is coming in. Really good damage by the Demo, and it's not only 3 people standing, but they need to protect the medic man. Already taking quite a bit of damage. 2 soldiers, a scout trying to do the hardest. Gas isolated, gets taken down, so it's unable. 2 people left up, can they protect the medic? It's not looking too hot. And that has to pop. Mission accomplished. Ixie and Olga just have to somehow get out of this at the very least.
Yeah, what's what they're going to get out of this? They lost the mid, I guess. They have. Nah, they've lost it. But they're going to probably. They have, you know. Oh, maybe they are going back in. Look, they're going through garage. Looks like Clap maybe going in for a bomb. He goes in, takes a fight with Olga. He takes a wee rocket right there. But Smear also taking a few rockets. Not a few. A rocket, then missed the rocket. But both soldiers are up top on freight. Crayon going in for D. Funny name. But Voxy gets cleaned up by Exy. Oh, everyone's falling to the scout now.
Yeah, questionable attempt to go in here. Blue already had so much position after this weird mid-force situation, and they still tried to contest this into a team that had better position, and it didn't start too bad, but the longer it went, the worse it got. They lost 3 people, still have 2 down on second, so they can't really throw too much at them right now, especially with Domo having his Uber already, just at 70% right now. So second is pretty much gone already. Clip goes down early. That's a pick. They still have Uber at, but given how long it's all taking here, they might just not try to rush this. And Heavy's up already, so making the force attempt quite a bit harder. Ixie's just storming forward, 8k on him, just passes forward, onto the Devil One.
Gazi, so weak.
Still 2 picks. And it's still trying to keep the spam forward. The Heavy goes really weak there. That was a nice attempt with Ixie just like taking all the pressure onto himself while the rest was just spamming down onto what else they could find. But not enough in the end to get the force, so unlucky for them. Doesn't matter too much in Ixie's eyes, since he did die for a trade, so nothing that the enemy team can push out really from. And he just goes sniper forward.
It looks like Ixie's now went sniper right now. He's just through. Cutting about right now. He's got to look through left shutter right now. He doesn't. No one's really there. It's kind of. Both soldiers are on top of the pipe right now. They're just kind of.
Sniper exchange D also on the sniper class. They checked for it. They had a spy in spawn, so they know there's a sniper if Ixie hasn't revealed himself yet. But given how they are standing each other down, they do know. Nobody's hitting the shot just yet.
Can he hit it? 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 Can he hit it?
Ooh, D wins that
he hits
one.
it.
Nice one for him. Gives them a little bit more room to work with the sniper. Just the shutter doors are so much more open. Clip is just in, gets the force immediately. Just storming in there, and that makes the blue team a lot more uncomfortable in this situation. Now they just need to wait for Clip to be back up, and they have a decent opportunity to push out. Still by no means free in an even Uber situation. The blue team can just pull something out to kite this Uber completely, but it doesn't stop the red team from trying. They're coming in top, Foxy leading the charge with this team. Gets blown off by Ruff, immediately just hiding in the corner, forcing the Uber as well. Immediately 1 down each side, and the blue team is just kiting this out of here. They have 50% advantage now. They are already aggressive, they don't want to wait, and Ixie is just behind line, starting the backup with no time on the point anymore for the red team, and that is it.
Who needs to watch last? I don't really need to watch last.
That was a perfect way, just play around the Ixie backup, and he likes going for those, and if there's an opening, he will abuse it, so well done for him. And his team was ready for the collapse on second, regardless of if he got that or not, which would be a decent opportunity for them as well. So they had 2 plays basically going on there, but why take the fight if Ixie can just win around on his own?
But Smear has arrived at mid fast once again, putting the sticks on Tate the pack as soon as he gets there. But it looks like both scouts are up top right now, just get a wee bit of chip damage on, but they did rotate to the left side, and they're going to, Smear, getting spam out, Crayon and Raph, oh my, Raph getting, I think it was the Medi he went for a bomb and got some, oh my.
Can Clip save this down? Almost deployed. Beyond Domo was just enough to stay alive. He's apparently pretty worried about staying alive. He just kited it into garage. Well, nobody was up, so he was really scared and didn't press tab for second, but he stays alive. He's already on second, taking time on the point, and given how everybody died on mid, nothing much the red team can offer for a second defense. Blue has capped that up. Full Uber again for last, but this time no reason to wait, as it's a really big one. Neon Heavy, they're coming in top, storming forward over the pipe. Everything is really far back. Up gets Foxy on entry. Clip trying to somehow stay alive, doesn't really work too well for him, just behind, but he dragged them back a bit. They didn't take too much position with this in the end. Still, no Solis, needs much less damage. The Heavy needs to tank a lot right now, and Gas putting in the work as well, getting a pipe there, taking out Crayon. The Heavy putting in the work, getting the point is being played. No one really contests it though, and unable not in time to get on the point.
Just not put enough damage in the end there.
If they had, I think it basically came down to just point pressure being better for the blue team than for Red, and Red not being able to react to it in time. Otherwise, I think they could have turned this around.
Yeah, they had to
Now,
play.
Heavy was just putting in the work, just starting to put in the work here. Just it was a little bit too late.
Yeah, they had to play their numbers in the end there, and Heavy couldn't. You know what? Heavy's a tank, they can't do it. But looks like again, Smear is a bit equal this time with the other demo, which was Gazi. So it looks like again, spam being put out by both demos. Ixie jumping in, gets Gazi straight off the bat. Also, Crayon clearing up in D. Smear getting the nice wee pipe over the med as well. It looks like, oh, never mind.
A 2-man left standing on each side. Crayon getting the scatter thunder by unable, and they're forcing him out, getting Olga as well, which makes the whole situation a lot more scary for Domo. He has to escape all the way, unable, finds him, hitting some shots, clipped with the follow-up, and Domo will just kill Vine, seeing as the situation wasn't looking too hard for him. So, nice little turnaround there in the end. Wasn't looking too hot at the beginning, but they did get the trade-out kills in the end, winning them the mid-fight for now. Man also already all back up on the fight with the rest of his team, so they have heals on mid as well as significant 40% UA advantage.
Yeah, they're definitely going to try and work off this Uber advantage that they now have. But it looks like after mid's cap, they might be trying to look probably. No, they're actually going to build, in fact, get that an even bigger ad over blue right now.
Yeah, we have not too much building. Crayon wants to, but Domo obviously has to keep everybody healthy and buffed as well. So better building for the red side for now. Red still has to obviously make the push happen now. And given that it's going to be second, just popping into Yard here alone is not guaranteeing you second point by any means.
They are going to use in now.
30 here. Yeah, a lot of damage onto the man. Solly is well hiding. Olga wants to take the fourth. That already happened, so he just dies for the cause. And Voxy also getting traded out there in the end. They get into Yard. But obviously now Domo has, and they don't want to waste time. He already overwhelmed on the flank. Rocket Ixie pushing while the flank, or the combo even pushes left. Clip is just trying to sneak behind. Crayon has eyes on that. Finds him. Inzi wins the fight in a small area, and they got 4 on this push. Not dramatic, but they also didn't need to use for it, so it's all fine for them since they will still have this advantage going forward into second.
Yeah, they have 50-40% ad coming out of this right now. Domo on that. So looks like they are going to go through the left side, in fact, with Smear. It's Smear? I don't know. I'm going to pronounce it the way I am. But it looks like Smear and that are going to go up through Lunchbox, but the soldier catches them out. The mid has to get forced, and that's Clip getting a nice wee force it on it. That's going to give a nice advantage to mid right there. They're going to be going into last on pipe. They're going to wrap around them.
Yeah, they're just
no!
Forward. They don't realize they're behind them.
Oh wait, what? Oh, they finally got. Oh, what's they're going to use right now? Oh, what a bad position. They should have realised they had Uber disadvantage right now. But Domo getting out. He gets out, but also like Smear and Lunchbox right now sticking up. Going to need to try and watch.
And they also dropped 2 people from the UA, which makes this a whole lot easier to survive in the first place. Blue is still fairly committed here with Domo and Lunchbox. Ixie just running around. They
Clutch
kind of
going up. He doesn't spot them and drop down. Oh.
Drop down, escape.
SMH. Why
All
would you
works
not-
out in the end, just barely. The big wraparound play seems to have worked. They definitely caught him off guard, killed people on the UA, and were able to just get away with their lives. Almost even slight advantage to Domo and co, but they already have a lot of time on the point, so they just need to bully their way forward here with some decent damage, and Smira is putting them forward into the shutter door, getting Clip with some heavy as well, meaning they want to just take this forward, but straight into the last point, playing the point, popping immediately and just collapsing onto them before they have 10% advantage, more than enough in their eyes.
That was a fast round. And an interesting round at that as well. What was that flank? But it looks
Apparently
like,
it was the biggest brain play of all time.
yep, Brain, that's all you need in this game. Brain DM's useless, but it looks like, as per usual, that round is a bit weird. I don't understand how they never saw the wraparound come around. Whoa, English. It looks like
3
Smear.
rounds up for Tiny Samaritans on the blue side. That team needs something on the board quickly here. And the mid fight is obviously the way to start this. D is already isolated though, gets taken down really early. Double bomb comes in, Boxy and Clip just diving deep in, straight onto Domo, but he doesn't take too much damage and has a pack as well to fall back to. Solly's team up, Gas and Mel just pushing forward. But it's not working too well for them just now. It's just Man and the Scout left alive and unable is getting 2 kills on this mid. That's not enough to save this, and he is forced to just give up ground here, and even Ixie chasing him down in the end.
Xe also, Xe's doing work in these mids. Although he can go in for frags or he cleans up, which is something I like seeing. Scout just going in deep.
Yeah, the
Xe is a
definition of
fragger.
just a passer scout, Italian classic.
They also they're going left side again, but D watching in lunchbox, but doesn't matter. Clip as well, also in lunchbox. Doesn't want to take the fight because you know he will maybe lose it because he's got heals right there, but he's still up top, just waiting for them to come in. He spots him. Oh, they have to. He does get the force on Domo on that. So they're going to need to try and back out now before they push out. Maybe. Oh, they're going to smear going a little bit too aggressive. Maybe. Yes, indeed, they are a bit too aggressive. Domo really weak. Oh, clip. Nice wee direct rocket right there, coming up to the catwalk. That's nearly a wipe. Only Creon and Olga up. And
I think there was also a good error onto Meh, from Meh onto Gas as well that helped him stay alive while Evo was coming forward, and they wanted that kill, they overextended forward, and they got punished quite hardly forward. Olga hiding just in Garrett, getting spotted by D, survives that just barely, but he does. Attacking mid with this, and still have 90% Uber going forward, and there's no reason for them to stop. Smurl putting up some stakes. Last time it got some value done, it got the force basically out of them. This time they can't afford that pretty much with a 3-round lead already for the blue team. They need to play it fast but careful, and Mess taking just spam on entry, so they still are forced early.
Looks like Unable trying to go in for the med, but doesn't quite get him, gets shut down, juggled about the joint. They're going to try and get out by the looks of things. You know, they're pushing. Oh, D gets Raft, but Raft trades with. Doesn't trade with cut.
Oh, guy with the 2K just standing a shutter. He's just farming them. D is somewhere behind now. He just escapes to drop down, or maybe he isn't. He's considering it.
Olga. Play Pyro. Olga's going in for the bomb right now. Oh, he catches out Gazi. Gazi's really weak. Can he get... Ah, he just gets the pack in time. He maybe will get cleaned up. Nah. But he's going behind them on like 30 HP. The force has came out on the side of blue.
Yeah, Red Team's trying to block this because D is on the back of a draft is there to block that as well, so... Won't quite work. They still got picks on mid though, so they just keep on trying boxes to
Oh, D comes out. D gets 60. But that's... They contested that mid quite well. Domo extremely weak, also gets picked off. Smear jumping into mid, in fact. Oh my, painting as well.
Fight on mid, and Gas is super weak. Smear with the expectation on the jump. Caps it as well for his team, and it completely denies the backup potential. Gets cleaned up in the end, but he put in the work there, killing back, capping the point. The rest of the red team is just completely out of position right now. They need to go back and play mid first.
Smear has 200 IQ.
It was nicely played around the backups for both sides here, and in the end it's Smirre who wins that. Still, uber advantage for Mel with Domo dying on the mid contest. So, your team still has the opportunity to push forward here. Rob goes down early, everybody else just bunched up inside second, awaiting a potential push, and they're coming in from lunchbox. Map pops in, unable leading the charge here for his team, taking out the demo one. He wants some more, Voxy coming with him, but unable gets dropped from the Eberford, and at this point they can't really do much more. Nice jump out by Voxy, him helping him escape as well. But in the end, they didn't get too much for a pushable advantage. The Domo almost has, and they're really close, and they're just gonna pop into them. They are leading the charge. Going forward, Olga takes down B. Can he get the pick?
Oh, he finally gets him. Finally gets mid. That's nice wee push there, but maybe they need to watch Voxy. It looks he's up top, but Raph looks like he's got a spot. But Raph gets him. Well, cleans up Voxy. Roy. That's what my phone then was called. Fun not fact.
Unable hiding, not really staying unspotted for too long. Taken down immediately, and push into which just continues. 3 up for the red team, and they get forwards as well. There's the potential to push in to try to contest this, but I don't see it being a good idea, so yeah, they're not deciding for that. Blue with the 40% advantage in their hands as well. Red just setting up for the forward hold, but Blue just keep going forward, and Clip him drop down as well. Dropping down behind them, dealing some damage. Bell going weak, nice shot by Clip. Takes down the scout, lots of damage as well on the far side. Oh, error! Double!
Oh my. I don't
Here,
what?
dude. The banner has been popped, and it's Olga behind lines. Just keep going with the push. It's battalions, 30% damage resistant on the cap. Mid is still being capped down. They need to contest this against people that just refuse to take damage.
Oh my god, they got it. They're just gonna run straight into last. Take the fight with Clap. Clap! Oh my, nice direct there. Over
He's just walking to that.
Oh no, no one's there to get him. That's another round for. Whew, the blues. And the boys in blues. I feel dirty after saying that.
It's been a while since I've seen a really effective banner use it, but that definitely is one of them.
I don't really... Banners might seem to
don't
use.
take damage.
Smart
and
move
win.
by Olga.
Yeah, definitely.
Very smart. Don't usually see the battalion's backup used often, or any backpack, but it's good when you see used effectively, like... So far, oh no, Gazzy's whipped out the quickie bomb launcher. The Gazzy's getting spammed out. It looks like Raph tries to go for a jump. Has to end up in Catwalk, who's going to get shut down by the scouts. But and Void, both in blue garage right now, but Ixie just walking in. Yeah, he goes down. Olga going for Gazzy. That's nearly a full wipe Gaz. It's a full wipe now.
The blue team made a really good job of denying the German soldiers quite a lot on this mid. They tried to do some fancy jumps, but they just took so much damage they just had to settle with waiting for health, and effectively it was a 4v6 at that point, but they could easily win. So nice stuff by tiny Samaritans. And they're already on last, not wasting any time here, just straight on a point. And this is game. Convincing game. Really impressive. Coach News will be proud.
He's just got a big smile on his face, knowing that his big brain has won this team around. And was it single elimination?
Well, I mean, it's group stages, so nobody's out yet, but for the Swiss system, it will mean that the winners here, Tiny Samaritans, will play another winning team, and Baywatchbois will play another losing team in the next round of this 5-round group stages. So that is what they'll be heading into once the other matches are done.
Ladies, somewhere in this god-forsaken hellhole there is an equally sharply dressed body looking for a little head. STN Trading, for the discerning gentle person.
Hello everyone, and welcome back. I had a wee ad just after the game there. We can now see logs, but it's stntrading.eu, get fancy hats, guns and skins and all that. And also it sponsors Demos.TF, fancy website. All your demos are uploaded there after playing Serve Me or TF2PL or something like that. So if you want to go do a wee demo review as well, you've got a wee demo viewer in that as well. Pretty cool. See, don't need to actually have your game to see where everyone is. So it's pretty cool. Recommend both. Thanks for sponsoring us. There's what helps fund the EU tournament. So yeah, want to go into the logs then?
Sure, why not? Obviously it's a role, and even then logs can only tell you that much, so we can at least say who did well. And I mean, it's unsurprisingly to see Ixie at the top there with the top tracks 21 in 5. That's not too surprising given what we saw. He just had so much freedom on this game. Unable doing pretty well as well for his team. And still, there's quite a difference, obviously, just given the scoreline. He almost is on a 1 KD, where Ixie is on a 4.2 KD. That is impressive. So, yeah, there's not too much to say about this top damage. Also not too surprising as a Doubleman in a game like this. So, all around, just solid stuff for tiny Samaritans here. And although I do have to say that the kill of the game probably is Matt arrowing down Domo while they were trying to push forward. Still, it ended up like not helping them since they got battalions backcapped, but you know, it was cool when it happened at least.
Frag of the match.
Otherwise, I don't think there's like anything too outstanding here to keep talking about. So instead of wasting everybody's time, let's just head it over to a little break until all the other round 1 matches are done, seeing as this was a pretty quick one. There's time to just wait here and see how the other teams are doing. So we'll see you once round 2 will start.
Look at me, the most beautiful and dashingly charismatic gentleman on the face of this planet. And yet, I am less than 1 foot tall.